PM Modi inaugurates Chauri Chaura centenary celebration in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. Rajya Sabha discusses motion of thanks on President's address. Mizoram MP raises Indo-Bangla border issue. Assam CM Sarbananda Sonowal inaugurates state's first heliport in Majuli. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio takes charge as Chairman of Northeastern Regional Power Committee. And JNV to open for physical classes for 10th and 12th in states where schools allowed to open, says Education Ministry. A very good evening, viewers, and a very warm welcome to Northeast News. I'm Chongamla Thumra, and now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that Chauri Chaura incident was not a single incident of setting fire to a police station, but it was the collective manifestation of the angst against the British rule. Modi said that martyrs of Chauri Chaura may not have been given the desired place in history, but their sacrifice is immortal. Inaugurating the Chauri Chaura centenary celebrations in Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh, Modi said that we are entering into 75 years of our freedom, and this centenary is an occasion to pay homage to our great freedom fighters. The Prime Minister also released a postal stamp dedicated to the Chauri Chaura centenary. The day marks the 100 years of historic Chauri Chaura incident in our freedom struggle. With this, year-long celebrations have begun in Uttar Pradesh. Earlier, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath paid tribute to the memorial in Chauri Chaura. On this occasion, Yogi said Chauri Chaura incident gave a new direction to our freedom struggle.
चौरी चौरा संग्राम के कितने ही ऐसे वीर सेनानी हैं जिनके जीवन को आप देश के सामने ला सकते हैं। चौरी चौरा शताब्दी के इन कार्यक्रमों को लोकल कला, संस्कृति और आत्मनिर्भरता से जोड़ने का प्रयास किया गया है। ये प्रयास भी हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों के प्रति हमारी श्रद्धांजलि होगी। मैं इस आयोजन के लिए मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी को और यूपी की सरकार की भी सराहना करता हूं।
Rajya Sabha today resumed the discussion on motion of thanks on the President's address to the joint sitting of both the houses of the Parliament. The opposition parties continued their demand of withdrawing the farm laws with suggestions of sending the revised farm legislations to a select committee. Participating in the discussion, Union Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan asserted that the centre is committed towards ensuring MSP to the farmers in the country. Questioning the opposition as to why they had no intention to include MSP as a legislation in the rule of over 60 years, Pradhan said that it is the government under the leadership of Narendra Modi which implemented the recommendations of the Swaminathan Committee. He said the centre has effectively implemented measures ensuring 1.5 times the MSP to the farmers in the country. In Rajya Sabha, Mizoram MP K. Vanlal Vena stressed the importance of maintaining Indo-Bangladesh border road in Parliament session today. Reacting to the motion of thanks to the Honourable President's speech, K. Vanlal Vena bid gratitude to the government for the construction of roads implemented in Mizoram, and he stressed the importance of proper maintenance of road in the Indo-Bangladesh border in western part of Mizoram. MP K. Vanlal Vena highlighted various initiative road construction in Mizoram, such as Silchar to Aizawl to be widened into 4-lane, widening of various inter-village roads, construction of Longklai and Paletwa Myanmar Seaport Road, to name a few. K. Vanlal Vena reported to the House that some of the BSF outposts at the Indo-Bangla border are not road-linked and fencing are porous in the near border villages. He seeks help from the centre to provide border road and proper fencing as early as possible.
I would like to point it out, in addition to this, Modi's government have done so many things in our state, that is Mizoram.
Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal today inaugurated the state's first heliport and a guest house at Garamur in Majuli, the River Island district. Sonowal, in his inaugural address, said with completion of construction of the heliport, there will be more inflow of both foreign and domestic tourists to the River Island district. Majuli has the distinction of being the country's first River Island district. Being the hub of the Neo-Vaishnavite culture and monasteries, the River Island district is always a prime destination of both foreign and domestic tourists. Sonowal, while talking to media persons, said that the construction of much-needed Jorhat-Majuli connecting bridge will start in the coming days. Assam government had recently floated tenders for the construction of Jorhat-Majuli connection bridge on the river Brahmaputra.
Majuli jehetu ke pithibir attaitকৈ ডাঙৰ নদীদ্বীপ আৰু আমাৰ কলা সংস্কৃতিৰ প্ৰাণকেন্দ্ৰ গুৰুজনাই প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰা এই মহাস্থান আমি বিশ্বৰ বুকুত প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰিব লাগিব আৰু ইয়াৰ বাবে ইয়াৰ পৰ্যটন ক্ষেত্ৰখনক অধিক গতিশীল কৰি তোলাৰ নিমিত্তে আৰু দেশ বিদেশৰ যেহেতুকে পৰ্যটকসকল ইয়ালৈকে আহি থাকে আৰু মই যোৱাকালি এটি কথা শুনি বৰ ভাল লাগিলে আমাৰ সাংস্কৃতিক বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উপাচাৰ্য অধ্যাপক নাথ ডাঙৰীয়া মোক জনালে যে অসমৰটো বিভিন্ন জিলাৰ পৰা 106 গৰাকী ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীয়ে এতিয়া প্ৰথম শিক্ষাবৰ্ষ আৰম্ভ কৰিছে।
Time for a short break. More news to follow. Stay with us.
सर आपका केवाईसी अपडेट करना है, नहीं तो अकाउंट और एटीएम कार्ड ब्लॉक हो जाएगा।
सावधान सावधान। 2.5 करोड़ का इनाम मुझे। देखिए अनजाने कॉल्स, फर्जी ईमेल्स, लिंक्स और जाली ऐप से अपना पिन, ओटीपी, पासवर्ड कभी भी किसी के साथ शेयर न करें। आप रहेंगे सावधान तो नहीं होगा नुकसान। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. The 21st Northeastern Regional Power Committee NERPC inaugural program with ministers from northeastern states, officials of the central and state governments and state power utilities was held at Kohima on 4th February 2021. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio, addressing the delegates, said that the northeastern region were carved out of political turmoil, social geography and ethnic consideration, and till date actual infrastructural development is yet to take place. Rio also said that the benefits of the growing economy of the country should be shared with the small and underdeveloped states of northeastern region, and that India as a country can truly be called a developed country only when northeastern region prosper in every way. On the concluding day of the event, Nephew Rio officially took charge as chairman of Northeastern Regional Power Committee NERPC. The Ministry of Education has prepared Standard Operating Procedure SOP for reopening of the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas JNVs based on guidelines of the Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. All the precautionary measures like sanitization of the JNVs, arrangement for classes and stay of students in the hostel with social distancing and preparation of COVID management protocol to meet the emergency situations have been already taken care of. On the basis of SOP, every school has also prepared its own SOP based on SOP of the state government and in consultation with district administration for effective management of COVID situation by constituting task force. The Education Ministry said that JNVs are well prepared to manage physical classes for the students for whom consent of the parent is available. In respect of other students, online classes will continue to avoid academic loss. In Meghalaya, taxi service is disrupted in the state with the indefinite strike called by the private taxi drivers affiliated with the Meghalaya Joint Action Committee of Commercial Vehicles. The association demands include revision of fares due to increase of petrol and diesel price and reduction of taxes. Speaking with DD News Meghalaya, the drivers said the prices of petrol and diesel have skyrocketed and it is very difficult for them to survive if the fares are not increased. The association has also said that the odd and even system of plying of commercial vehicles in the city, in the Shillong city, has directly impacted the business of the drivers and the owners. Today is World Cancer Day. Like rest of the country, in Mizoram, World Cancer Day is observed at the aegis of the state government. According to the latest data given by the National Cancer Registry Program Report 2020, Mizoram has the highest incidence of cancer in India. Here's a report.
According to the latest data given by the National Cancer Registry Program Report 2020, Mizoram has the highest incidence of cancer in India. Around 1,600 to 1,700 new cases of cancer are diagnosed in Mizoram every year. Top 3 cancers among male in Mizoram are stomach, esophagus and lung cancer, while the 3 cancer among female are cervix cancer, lung cancer and breast cancer. Total cancer death during the 5-year period was 4,058, which comes to an average of 811 cancer deaths per year. Dr. Eric Zomoya, Mission Director, National Health Mission, called upon everyone to reassure ourselves in our fight against this disease and to make commitment to fight against cancer. He said this today at the observation of World Cancer Day at Aizawl, while the state joined the world to spread awareness against the deadly disease. This year, I Am and I Will is the theme, and it acknowledges that everyone has the capacity to act in the face of cancer. Dr. Eric said that the lifestyle of the people of the state, especially their extensive consumption of tobacco, fermented food, diet and alcohol, attributes to the high incidence of cancer in the state. This day is observed to encourage the prevention, detection, diagnosis and treatment of cancer as early as possible. Reporting from Aizawl, Caroline Larosangi, DD News.
Moving on to COVID update, the country's COVID-19 recovery rate has reached 97.13%. A total of 17,824 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The total number of recoveries has gone up to 1,480,455. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country stands at 1,55,025. During the past 24 hours, 12,899 new cases were reported, taking the total number of positive cases in the country to 1,790,183. During the last 24 hours, 107 deaths were reported, taking the total to 1,54,703. As far as COVID-19 vaccination is concerned, the Health Ministry said that a total of 44,49,552 people have been administered COVID vaccine in the country so far. Holding a caseload of 11 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has 16,764 restored cases, even as the death tallied 56. Assam has 1,748 active cases, 2,14,344 cured cases, even as a dead account for 1,083. In Manipur, active cases touched 111, while discharged cases logged 28,603. The tally for the dead is 372. Saddled with 52 active cases, Meghalaya restored cases account for 13,575. The death toll is 147. Nagaland has 66 active cases, followed by 4,337 cured cases, even as the death toll is 88. Mizoram has 30 active cases, followed by 4,337 cured cases, death toll 9. Reporting 86 active cases, Sikkim has 5,877 discharged cases, death toll 135. With 12 active cases on Tripura Sturve, the state has logged 32,948 restored cases, while the death touched 391. And finally, to end the news, the main points once again. PM Modi inaugurates Chauri Chaura centenary celebration in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. Rajya Sabha discusses motion of thanks on President's address. Mizoram MP raises Indo-Bangla border issue. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal inaugurates state's first heliport in Majuli. Nagaland Chief Minister Nifurio takes charge as Chairman of Northeastern Regional Power Committee. JNV to open for physical classes for 10th and 12th in states where schools allowed to open, says Education Ministry. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.